going live, 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 going live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of questionable ages. What is up? What is good? I'm stealing King of Lightning's intro for this one. Yeah. It's Griever, your host with the most, as always. Shuumatsu no Valkyrie, chapter 51 is finally here! And after the abysmal that was chapter 49, now 49 wasn't that bad, but it's just my most hated chapter. But 50 was really good. Chapter 50 was fantastic. We got a great chapter 50. So I'm excited to see where they're going to take this direction. I'm hoping that we're going to see the tail end of the fight here. I'm really, I'm hoping. I'm really hoping that the end of the fight is probably... It's probably not going to be this chapter, chapter 52. I'm sort of done with this fight. I didn't really like the direction they took it. You guys all know this. So I'm hoping that we're looking at the end of the tunnel. The light is at the end of the tunnel, and we're going to see chapter 52 be the end of round 6. That's what I hope. But how's everybody doing? And remember, no spoilers in the chat. We're doing our obligatory runoff time, as always, guys, 10 to 12 minutes, and then we will get underway with the chapter 51. And I have been informed by Vib, who is one of the people who work on this chapter. If you don't know, he works on this series. So the deal is with this stuff is that there's another translation out there. We had this problem, I think, around the round 4, round 3 time, or maybe even later than that. But there were some very bad translations made from the Spanish text using Google Translate and all this stuff. So unfortunately, those are out there now. So if you guys want the real translations, not made up dialogue, not Google Translate, not bullshit, always stick with the Arling scans. Is that how you say that? Arling? But the main people, you stick with Vib and Demi. You stick with Vib and Demi for all your Shuumatsu no Valkyrie needs. But yeah. So let's see. We got Koji in here saying first, hello. Hello, Koji. MC Dude is saying congrats. I mean, on being first. I mean, Koji was first. That's true. Vib said questionable ages. I mean, this is an R-rated manga. I know for a fact that certain people on here are not above the age of 18, Vib. Your mind was in the gutter, my friend. Your mind was in the gutter when I said that. I'm just looking out for the G rating, PG. I'm trying to follow the proper system of rating things appropriately. But I know there are people in here of questionable ages that shouldn't be. You snuck into the movie theater and saw that R-rated movie at 15. You weren't supposed to be there. But yeah. Koji says, yeah, finally, reaction time. Nathaniel's in here wondering what the actual fuck am I doing? And, he's questioning everything right now. And you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Nathaniel. You are not wrong to question every single thing that I say and or do. It's a learning curve. It's a learning curve. It's a bit of a spiral, but it happens. Miss Content said, I am swell. Swell! Miss Content is swell today. Yes, would you like a cup of tea? Or would you like something a little stronger? I have brandy. Would you like a... yes. You're a brandy man. I can see that now. Viv said, that was just bad translations. Frog in the throat. Sorry about that. That was just bad translations. The one this time are malicious. Really? Viv said he made Hades talk about Jehovah? He made Hades talk about, Jehovah's Witness? Seriously? That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I really want to, after I'm done reading the actual chapter, I need to see, the worst page. The worst translation. I want to see it. That's kind of funny. So somebody post it when I'm done. Caden said, let's start with a good brewski. Let's start with a good brewski. And also, guys, 7 of you already in here. Really appreciate it. We're starting the chapter in another 6 minutes. But only 5 likes. Wait. Who's not liking? Who's not liking the video? Are you here? And see, nowadays, I miss the old days. Used to be said, you're here, you're queer, you're good to go. Like it was a positive thing. Now when you say queer, now people either it's an insulting word or it's not, and then some people identify it, so then the saying has lost, unfortunately. So, and even though I said it, I had to explain why. So many things get ruined, but sometimes for the better. So Random says, Koji says, I don't see a movie if I am not old enough, so I think I am not that kind of person who forgets the rating. Koji, my streams are R-rated. What are you talking about? And Nathaniel said, this chapter was pretty decent, but what Buddha does at the end is hype. Ooh, what Buddha does at the end. Oh, looking forward to this then. Because I do like Buddha. Some people think I don't like Buddha for some reason. I do like Buddha. I really do. So, Viv said, not witness, Jehovah himself. Oh, seriously? Oh, I thought he was literally talking about Hades went out there and was like, hello, sir, have you heard the word of the Lord today? Literally did that thing, that the door-to-door salesman in the suits in the middle of summer, thinking they're trying to impress somebody. But Jehovah himself. Oh, man, that was crazy. Christian, Muslim, Jewish. Oh, yeah, Jehovah. Yeah, okay. Now I know where you're going with it. Sorry. Misread, Viv. Misunderstood. Koji is questioning everything right now. Lupus, that's how I'm going to end it. Lupus Regina with the weird bee thingy. I don't know what. That's one of those characters for stands or something. Anyways. The evolution of words is an interesting thing. Etymology goes brr. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. The evolution of words is a thing. And I'm a bit of a stick in the mud for the way that I was raised, unfortunately. I'm trying to be better about that. But certain sayings, you can't really say it anymore because they've lost their context. Or not even they've lost their context, you're going to insult somebody. People just don't get it. Like people don't know it anymore. So, your one-liner or your sayings, I mean, they're all dad jokes at the end of the day, let's be real. But they've lost their meaning, unfortunately. Or their meaning has changed so much that you can't say it anymore and stuff like that. Sometimes that bothers me, but I digress. Random said, rated R for rating doesn't matter. Oh, Koji coming back. Koji said, I can imagine Hades just being religious. Yeah, like, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to tell you about hellfire. Now, if you don't do exactly what the Bible says, you're all going there. Be like that priest in some of those southern churches and being like, hallelujah, praise Jesus, and if you don't, you sinners, you're all going to fucking hell. Let's go. One of those crazy over-the-top priests. Koji says, oh, hi, Lupus. Yo to Lupus. Miss Condon says, Koji, you're 18. You don't have to worry about movie ratings anymore. There you go. And Miss and Lupus are saying, what's good? What's up? What's cracking? What's cracking? Well, in Hunter's Guild Red Hood, we have a Kraken number 13 or 23. I forget. I think it was a number 13 Kraken rating. A giant tidal manta ray. That was pretty cool. Yeah, got a bit of a Toriko moment out of that one. I really did. Also, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget that Missed Content will be streaming in a couple hours. I hope that this stream will be done in time. I'm going to read, it's for Bam's comic. I'm going to be reviewing it tomorrow, most likely. So, but I'm going to read it first, and then I'll jump into the stream when I have the opportunism. Vib said, oh, by the way, the official translation is catching up, and they reached the chapter where the 7 lucky gods meet Sasaki. Oh. They messed up a line and made Ibisu say that he himself killed Poseidon? That Ibisu killed Poseidon? That's weird. That's very weird. Lupus said, or Koji asked Lupus if he read Toriko. Yeah, the official translation sounds like it's messing some stuff up. Maybe they'll correct it in future volumes or something like that, like reprints and stuff. I'm just hoping for when it gets here, because I'm going to be buying the volumes and they'll probably be back here. So, and yes, guys, I've got that. Have you guys seen that commercial about the girl that goes? It's like a Tide commercial or something. The girl and the guy go on a blind date, and they're like, here's the first dates, and he goes, you look very nice, and he's like, you look very, and his V-neck's all like fucked up like this. Comfortable. This is what I now call my comfortable shirt, because it is. It's just a really stretched out V-neck, as you guys can tell. But it's literally when it's really hot out or whatever, it's just it's such a thin, like loose shirt that I like to wear it and stuff. And who am I trying to impress? You know, so if you guys see it dipping down, yes, I know it's an exaggerated V-neck. I know it's stretched. I should throw it away, but it's more of a comfy shirt around the house. I don't exactly go out, you know, wearing this, so. Viv said, yeah, they messed up the line. Sounds like it. And Koji said, yes, Ibisu, wielder of the 100 imaginary ranting. He just screams a lot. Viv said he was supposed to say, you are Poseidon's killer to Sasuke, but they made him say, I am Poseidon's killer. Oh, that's what they fucked up. Oh, that sucks. Skins in here says, hey Skin. Lupus says, looking up to Magical Girl, Shuumatsu, Yakuza, Reincarnation, and Magical Revolution. A lot of magic in those. Lupus said basically all I read currently. Oh, okay. Nathaniel said Ibisu could kill Poseidon, so it makes sense. We thinking about the same Ibisu? We thinking about the same one? Koji said then start reading for your life. Load shotgun. Oh, wow. Okay, so now we're having threatening things happen in the chat. That's scurry. That's scurry. Alright, so we're about 12 minutes into the stream. Why don't we get started, ladies and gentlemen? Let's read chapter 51. I hope it's good. I haven't really heard anything about it yet. I did see one edit when the Raws were out, but it was like a Kengan Omega edit or something. So I don't know what that entails. So either way, chapter 51 of Shuumatsu no Valkyrie, also known as Record of Ragnarok. And once again, the translator and proofreader, as always, is Demi. Typesetter, cleaner, and redrawer are Darkly, Vibhav, Demi, Vibhav, and Demi again, respectively. So, let's get into this. Anyone would have been fine. Okay, here we go. Okay. Anyone would have been fine. Are they going to talk about who houses this, like, demon, mighty titan thing? What's his name, Mara or whatever? Is that what they're gonna be talking about? It's like they could have used anybody. They just chose him for some reason that maybe or maybe not make sense. But let's see. Chapter 51: Seeds and Soil. Okay, we have Beelzebub with a spotlight. Still looking like a rinky-dink, twinky-dink, but okay. His arms folded and stuff. Let's see. He's got a rose vase there with roses in it. Spotlight. It just so happened that I was looking for that. What I was looking for was right in front of me. Pulls out the rose. I'm trying to be charismatic or something. It's not. And I simply wanted to see what sort of flowers would grow in that beautiful soil. So, once again, I believe this is Hajujin or whatever his name is, or Mara, a lot of people are calling him both. This devil mighty thingy that Buddha is fighting. Beelzebub seems to be like a Mayuri Kuretsuchi character is how they've taken it. They've taken a mixture of Mayuri Kuretsuchi mixed with Lord of the Flies. You know, well, not Lord of the Flies, I should say, The Fly, like Jeff Goldblum, The Fly. And they've sort of incorporated that he's some crazy mad scientist person. And that's what they seem to, and he thinks all about the beauty of pushing the boundaries and making something out of nothing. And just, so far, this is what we're getting from Beelzebub's character thus far. A lot of people like Beelzebub's design. I think it looks dumb. I mean, like, not that it wouldn't look cool if done better. I just, There's something about it. But either way, that I just don't like. But let's see. Okay, so this is his little monologue. The flower petals are dropping, and I think he's talking about the beautiful soil being like, what would happen if I took, like, and I'm just spitballing here, but what if he's the one who put the horns in or whatever? He's like, what would happen if I put Hell's Demon into a god? Like he's just trying to push it. And the flower petals drop. Anyone would have been fine. Okay. All right. So this is quite ominous. This is quite ominous. So we have the other three sages, Jesus and Socrates and them, looking on. We have the people crying out, Lord Buddha. And the beads are dropping. Ting. And then boom, we're seeing the shield, of course, with the hole right through it. And, of course, he took a hit. Hajun's, yeah, that's his name, Hajun. Like, people keep telling me it's Mara, but is it Hajun or Mara? I have no idea. Hajun's fierce strike has gouged out Buddha's left eye. And his glasses are down. Of course, it did gouge. Oh, it gouged out his eye? So he's, yeah, it really did. It really did. And then he's like, so Buddha's like, oh man, Buddha's hurting. Buddha's hurting. He's backing up, but Buddha is hurting. So he switches the staff though. All right, so the staff is no longer the shield. It's back to just being the staff. Everyone's shocked here. Oh, well, Ares, of course. He pierced that shield clean through? The one which even blocked the massive misery cleaver? And Buddha's looking worse for wear. Like, I mean, he's like his eyes, I mean, all that blood and stuff. And I mean, that's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt. So Hajun says, wonderful. I had meant to go straight through your head, but you managed to dodge at the last possible moment. Yeah, and we saw that last chapter. So boom, still got his eye though with it. Holy shit. However, let's see. However, and he rips it. Oh, he's got like his own version of like the misery cleaver. He's changed his. This is reminding me of that game, like what is it, Prototype or whatever for the PS3 or whatever. Like he molds his body into a weapon sort of idea, and it just. So that looks. Oh, that axe looks. It looks really cool. The design of Hajun is definitely extremely cool. And this axe looks with a piercing point, like the end of a halberd. You know what I mean? It's like the end of a halberd, except without the pole part. I wonder how far we can go. So he rushes Buddha. Divine retribution. Buddha looking freaked out, looking scared. Ting manages to stop it with Buddha's staff. Manages to stop it. Because it turns back into the sword, it seems. Okay, so now it's back into the sword. Managed to block it. And they seemingly are actually sparring together. Well, you know, fighting, but they're sparring. It's like ching, ching. So it's still like lightsaber style. So it's sort of like the idea that even though he was able to pierce through the shield, he's still able to parry these attacks from this axe. So that's quite interesting. Okay, so maybe Hajun is not putting all his force behind it or something. Now Loki and Odin are looking on. And Loki says, well, looks like his left eye's done for, and his whole left side is wide open. Talk about lame. Ironic for the one who was supposed to be able to see into the future and all that stuff, you know what I mean? Gouged out his eye, and his future sight doesn't work on Hajun for some, which I don't think we really know why yet. So yeah, let's see. Buddha got a hit in. It's not a great hit, but it's a hit. He manages to slice him. After parrying, he manages to cut him. He gets a shallow wound, but still manages to draw blood from Hajun. But Hajun's face is just maniacal. He's just laughing his ass off at this. And now he goes forward to cut Buddha. It looks like he hits him. Oh, he hits him in his left side. Yeah, he hits him in his shoulder. Divine retribution is what he claims. Then Buddha backs away, still pointing the sword. It seems like he's twisted his body so he can fight on his right side, it seems, because now his left side is just, there's just nothing there. I mean, if you can't see, he can't see. Ironic that a man that could reach nirvana and have all those eyes and all that stuff and reach enlightenment or whatever, not nirvana, reach enlightenment, and gouge out one of his eyes, and he's not so all-seeing anymore, But still, Buddha's struggling. We're seeing that right now. Buddha's struggling. Hajun's playing. So let's see. Socrates says he changed his stance to cover his blind spot. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. I suppose. Let's see. Clang. A fierce melee. It looks about even. Now, it looks like Hajun's having fun and Buddha's being pressed to me. Wait. No. And then Hajun, die. It's actually not saying die. He's just saying die. Die. He's literally coming up with his own theme song. This man, this very well drawn, freaking demon lord from hell is this gladiator from hell is actually humming his own theme song as he fights Buddha. That's a Chad move. That's a pretty Chad move, not gonna lie. That's pretty cool. Alright, so Hajun then strikes with another die with a dawn. And boom, manages to still hit him in his right side now. It still looks relatively shallow, but once again, right now, Buddha's on the defensive. So Hajun smiles like he's goddamn from Soul Eater or some shit and says, divine retribution. Oh, so it was divine retribution. So now he's got the blood all over the axe arm and stuff. Hajun has the clear advantage. Little by little, he starts to wear Buddha down. Ares is just, of course, Ares is Ares, but he's leading Buddha by the nose. What strength? Just what the hell is he? All right, let's get Hades. Hades, look at Hades. Look at this man. Look at this Chad. What Beelzebub should have been. Let's go. Ha! I didn't expect someone like you to understand. Yeah, this man. Hajun's strength is on a magnitude which many gods can't even hold a candle to. He doesn't say all the gods. He said, which many gods. He didn't include himself in that statement. I think Hades could take him down, probably. But at any rate, he is a genuine monster, said to have destroyed half of Helheim long ago. Well, who was down there before? And we're seeing all the demons, we're seeing all the destruction, we're seeing the blood, and we're seeing this almost like a mosaic, almost like this painting of the evil tyrant doing his thing. The evil demon lord with the horns and the screaming and the place on fire and everything, okay? Half of Helheim? What? Actually, maybe it's better to say that he left it half destroyed. According to the legends, let's see. One day after wreaking utter havoc across Helheim, Hajun suddenly vanished. Many months and years passed, but he never re-emerged. I believed he was simply a fairy tale-like being from long before I came to rule Helheim. Okay, so Hades wasn't even around at the time. Not that he might not have been around, but now we're getting more into the lore. When did these gods actually come into their own? When did they come? Apparently, so Hajun was down there. Helheim existed, and it was ravaged, but Hades wasn't there at the time. So, and it was many years, by the sounds of it. Many years. Then, how is the legendary Hajun here now, says Hermes. Okay. Let's see. There's only one explanation I can think of. Someone acquired the little Detritus? Detritus? What the hell is that? I gotta look up that word. I don't even know what that word is. Detritus. What is that? Waste or debris of any kind. I don't think I've ever seen that word before. Sometimes associated with sand or gravel, ash. Okay. Waste or debris of some kind. Okay, so someone acquired the little detritus that was left of Hajun. So I called it Beelzebub is a emo-looking version of Mayuri Kuretsuchi. Now I got his character down. Not interested in him anymore, honestly. Like, Mayuri's cool because it's Mayuri, but like, I've seen this character before, and I'm not that interested. Maybe he'll be cool later, but just disappointment with Beelzebub's character, honestly. He cultivated it through some unknown method, and we see it, all the tanks and all the science, yeah. Formed it into something like seeds, and then took those seeds of Hajun and planted them into Zero Fuku. Wrapped around him. In him. Well, that's just prime. Like, okay, so, but that still, once again, you know what the problem with this is? If this chapter doesn't give us all the lore, this fight's not going to be over till at least chapter 53 now. You know why? Because now we need Hajun's true backstory. Because one problem with this, it explains everything going on right now. But what it doesn't explain was, where did the real Hajun go? He's just got a sample, and maybe he used it like, this is the real Hajun. I have no doubt about that. This is the real Hajun finally reincarnated in the body of Zero Fuku. But who defeated him the first time? You know, who destroyed him, or why did he stop his rampage? Like, there's that one gap in the information, and we're going to need to have that, I think. So he took them. So Beelzebub is the biggest. Not only is he's Shao Tucker. He's Shao Tucker. Okay, so he's going to use his own friggin' brethren, his own gods, his brothers, etc. He's going to use a small child for an experiment. You know, and because he's just craves the knowledge. I just wanted to see. Anybody would have done. I wanted to see mayhem. It's like, when an evil goes away, like, who the fuck in the world wants to resurrect Hitler? For what purpose do you wish to do that? For what purpose do you want to bring back something like that? Like, there is just, you know. Well, I definitely don't like Beelzebub any more than I already did, and I just thought he looked stupid. Now he's just. Now, I mean, I suppose if his character is meant for you to hate him, they're doing a good job in that regard as a villainous character. They're making him sort of a Shao Tucker. Like, he's not even cool in the way that, like, Mayuri Kuretsuchi is. He's just, or Aizen, or any of them, you know, the scientists, the Kisuke Uraharas, you know, that kind of shit. None of the Bleach side of the science thing. It's very Bleach-like, mixed with Full Metal Alchemist, but it's on the Shao Tucker side of it, you know? Yeah. So poor Zero Fuku, like, goddamn. Poor Zero Fuku. Like, shit. I'm actually quite upset for our guy Zero Fuku, because it was not his fault, you know. You know, like, so none of this was his fault, and potentially he was influenced. He could have been Buddha, but he was influenced by this fucking thing, for all we know. So let's see. So Hades got the right idea. We can take that as fact. That's his hypothesis, and they're all going to believe it. So Hermes and Zeus, very, you know, about this, silent about this. And Ares is pissed. He's like, who the hell could do something so, you know, ugh. Right? So Hades says, to possess that much technical skill and have the eccentricity to waste so much energy on something so frivolous, it could only be him. So Hades is going to be like, yeah, one of those stupid demon lords that always wanted my throne, but I kicked the shit out of him every time. So, him? Ah! He's going to mention it. Beelzebub. I see. It's him. Look at how you couldn't get more emo if you tried. Like, he's the dude, everyone's like, oh, look, he's wearing, like, the priest outfit, like a mockery sort of deal. You know what that looks like? It looks like the guy who buys, like, the long trench coat from anime, who's, like, 50 pounds overweight and stuff, and is, like, a real creeper, and doesn't really shower and stuff, and he's like, hey, I like my anime girls, and you know, that type of person who tries to be all goth and cool, but really, it just looks creepy. Like, you're not a cool badass. You're not the Crow. You're trying to look like the Crow, like Brandon Lee's the Crow. But it turns out you look like a fat nerd who's, like, maybe has too many knives or drinks blood or something, you know? Like, that kind of creepy shit. That's what Beelzebub looks like. He literally looks like that guy that when you walk down the street, you're like, I'm crossing over to the other side of the street because I don't feel like getting stabbed by some dude, you know, who thinks he's like I'm a main character in an anime, like that fucked up guy, you know. That is what this dude looks like. He's just not fat. That's the one thing missing. He's just not fat. So this is what happens when the soil is good. This dude is, yeah, Beelzebub's pretty fucked up. Beelzebub's pretty fucked up. Not gonna lie. But that's exactly, like, you can't tell me I'm wrong, guys. You can't tell me that if you saw that person in real life with that hair all matted down and those dark eyes and that, and he was wearing a literal priest outfit that's too big for him, you can't tell me that doesn't remind you of people in every stretch of the West. Because they exist. I've seen them. They're always creepy. They buy those trench coats. Oh, I'm going to buy Jedi robes or Sith robes. I'm going to be so emo. I'm going to buy Sith robes from Amazon.com or Wish. And I'm going to wear them. And I'm just going to look dark and edgy. And no one understands me. And the reason I can't get a date is that these mortals are too fucking... That type of person. The narcissistic, like emo fucking... Man, oh man. I could keep going, but that's enough Beelzebub thrashing for now. Chapter's still pretty good. Beelzebub being in the chapter doesn't make the chapter bad. It just makes me realize, okay, I was right about Beelzebub. He's a Mayuri Kuritsuchi, except worse. So yeah. So slam down on... Alright, but back to the fight. Back to the action. Okay, so let's just see what's going to happen here. Because he's managing to parry this blade weapon. Buddha is. The shield couldn't block it. That's strange. That makes me think that Hajun is still sort of playing around, in a way. So Buddha goes on the offensive. Tries to hit him. Misses. Gets stabbed in the foot. Divine retribution. Hajun just being a cocky son of a bitch. Buddha looking very, very fierce. Very, very annoyed now. And then, what's he going to do now? Oh, he tried to push it out and slice him with it, but it didn't work that way. It doesn't look like he got caught. He flips back, but of course the foot is gushing blood. And let's see. He says, "You're helpless," says Hajun. So the humanity says, "We're done for." Buddha doesn't have any way left to attack. Hajun's just too strong. I don't know who that hell that guy is, but that was sweet. Serves Buddha right, all bark and no bite. Keep up the pressure, Hajun, so the gods are actually cheering for this monster. Well, of course they would at the end of the day, but still, Buddha's a traitor. But Buddha's looking pretty sore, in a pretty sorry state. He's got the bloodied foot, and he's got the bloodied eye. Like, his left side's no good. Now his right foot is out of commission. This is not good. "You have no chance left," says Hajun. "Surrender and face my divine retribution." Heh, says Buddha. Divine retribution. It really is you in there, isn't it? Come on. Answer me, Zero. Oh, Buddha's betting on what we all hope, or what I hope, because Zerofuku is a very good character, and everybody shouldn't hate on him, because Zerofuku is a better character than most in this series. Very well-developed character, makes a lot of sense. I am a big Zero fan. Zero did nothing wrong. Griffith did something wrong. Zero did nothing wrong. So, yeah. So Buddha's betting on that. So let's see what happens, because he already said he was already dead and stuff. And once again, this might be the downfall of Hajun. Buddha can't actually straight up beat Hajun. Maybe Hades or somebody could, but Hajun is like just too fucking strong. He is a beast. Maybe he's just gonna have to pull his heart out of there or something. Let's see. Zerofuku? You mean that third-rate runt? And Hajun just starts laughing his ass off. Once again, can we just praise the art of Shuumatsu no Valkyrie for pages like this? It just looks so good. The expressions really sell it, but the art style is just, mwah. It's just really, really fucking good. So Buddha's like shocked by this, thinks that maybe his trump card has failed. Let's see. I consumed him a long time ago. Alright, are we going to get the backstory stuff? Let's see. Or does he mean like once he transformed, he already like ate his soul or whatever? A long time ago. Buddha looking, Buddha's going to go nuts. Buddha's going to fucking, because he likes Zero. Like, see, Buddha, everyone who didn't like Zero, not a Chad. Buddha's a Chad because he actually likes Zero. He doesn't like most gods. But he likes Zero because he knows that Zero is a cool dude. And that's why they had the bromance moment, because Buddha sees what I see. You can't be a Chad and dislike Zero. Doesn't work that way. Big X. Big X. So Buddha, though, knowing that his friend, one of the probably the only gods he actually likes, is now just been eaten. This poor child who tried to be him, and unfortunately humanity are dicks, has now been eaten by this monster. He's just gonna go fucking apeshit. Is Buddha gonna show us like, I activate Super Saiyan Nirvana, and just go fucking nuts? Like, what's he gonna do? Like the face on Buddha right now is, what do you mean? What do you mean you ate him? What do you mean he's gone? I'm going to fucking kill you now. He's just gonna go in a rage. Like, Buddha's gonna go rage mode. Now, Buddha's never angry. Buddha doesn't get angry. That's the thing about Buddha. He's never supposed to get angry, right? Because he's got the cycle and all the stuff. He's Buddha. So if he actually gets, like, I don't mean like pissed off or irritated. I mean like angry. I mean hatefully angry. Will his staff change into the 7th form or something? Maybe. Like I'm just trying to see a way for Buddha to win. I still think that Buddha's going to win this. I don't think Hajun is going to stay around. I still think Zero's in there and we're going to save Zero. But maybe at the expense of Buddha's life. But I still think Buddha's going to win. That being the case, wonder where this is going. Let's see. So let's see. No need to worry. He made a splendid repast for me. Exquisite treatment for a third-rate god like him. Lower than dirt. Surely, he cried. Tears of joy. Oh, let's see. Shut up! Oh, look at everybody. Everybody shut the Heimdall, all the crowd, everybody. Oh, Buddha is pissed. I told it, because if you want to be a Chad like Buddha, you gotta love Zero. And insulting Zero has made Buddha fucking livid. Livid. Actually, this chapter is actually really good. Definitely, every chapter is better than chapter 49. But this is a really good chapter because now we got the bromance stuff. And though I think the round should have ended, I don't think we should have been introduced to Hajun. I really don't. You guys can correct. You guys can say, oh, but we're getting such a good fight and a cool design and it's cool and we got the Beelzebub and Hades is here all because of Ha-Jun. And I'm like, yeah, fine, Danny, but I still think the fight should have ended. However, if the fight's going to continue, at least we get great moments like this because this is character development for Buddha now. Now we're getting not so much stagnant characters because one thing Record of Ragnarok is, you could argue, lacking in is that the characters stay basically the same that they are. You could argue they have small little bits of character development, but for the most part, they basically stay how they are, right? So now we're getting some actual characters. Zero Fuku was a perfect example of real three-dimensional character development, and now Buddha, we're seeing a different side to him that we never expected to see, and I like this. I like this panel. This is probably my favorite panel right here. Just him just pissed off, all the blood gushing, and he says, "Shut up!" And he just, boom, like silence. You know? Yeah. Okay. Buddha the Chad. Buddha about to kick the shit out of this guy. He's literally going to take that hollow hole reject that Ha-Jun has. He's going to put his hands in it, rip it out, and go, I'm going to dig for him. I'm going to find him, and I'm going to tear you to pieces to find him. Like, he does not. Oh, this is so good. This is very good. So we still got the Emperor's Ring, by the way, going on. For those of you who didn't read Toriko, that is an Emperor's Ring. And the whole stadium, dead silent. Nobody's saying a fucking thing. Even Ha-Jun is like, okay. So Buddha said, gotcha. That makes this a lot easier. Oh, now he's going to be like, if you were saying Zero's dead, then I'm going to make you absolute mincemeat then. Because there's nothing to say. I don't have to hold back. Is this... Are we having one of those moments? Yeah. You're Buddha fucking dead. Oh, Buddha pissed. I told you guys this would be his reaction. But holy shit. That line... not sure if that line is fantastic. Like, you're God fucking dead. It's kind of weird. You're Buddha fucking dead. The moment and the tension and everything in the moment is extremely cool. Extremely cool. However, man, how many pages are we in? Oh, we're already in 32 pages. Wait, it might not go... This might be the end of the chapter. I don't know. But you're Buddha fucking dead. A little cheesy. But the moment with the shut up... Okay. He deserves to say whatever the fuck he wants to say. Oh, not the end of the chapter. Okay. Sometimes we get short chapters. They're not all going to be like 69 pages, right? So sometimes when I see the 30... it's creeping up, I'm like, okay, maybe it's only a 38-page chapter, you know what I mean? Wow, I said wow. But seriously, guys, what a fucking chapter. Like, this is a really good chapter so far, honestly. Like, the Beelzebub stuff, once again, that's just for storytelling purposes. That's just moving the plot along and explaining stuff. Beelzebub is a bad... Well... I shouldn't say that. He's not a bad character. We don't really know enough about him yet. But we've seen this character before. I've seen it before. And you always hate him. You always hate this character. You always hate the Shao Tuckers. How do you like the Shao Tuckers of the world, right? You know. So like at this point, that's all he is. It's like he's creating chaos just for the... But not, once again, not even in a fun Joker way. Like be anarchy and chaos agent. You know what I mean? Like... It's literally the worst way to do a character, and it's done in more than just Ragnarok, but yeah. So, overall, I've seen this character before, never really impressed me back then, and I've seen better written versions of this character before, and plus his design is sort of trashy. Honestly, you guys like the design, whatever, but Beelzebub, not a nice person. Either way, he's definitely a villainous character, and I don't really like him anyways. I didn't like him before, and now I really don't like him, because he did this to my boy Zero. He did this to my boy Zero. That's like torturing a kitten. Zero's just this tiny little kitten, and you're fucking torturing him. And he literally says, could have been anyone. Yeah? Why didn't you try doing that to fucking Hades? Hades would have fucking grabbed you, facepalmed you, pulled an eyes in and went, ching, boom, done guy, you're gone. You know? Or he would have pulled a Torko and went, hey. You know? Like, that's what would have happened. See, Beelzebub, you think he's impressive at this point, right? You think he's impressive. But at the end of the day, he's not really that impressive because he says, could have been anyone. He attacks a sleeping child. It could have been anybody, but you were too pussy to fucking actually go after a real god, weren't you? You were too fucking pussy, Beelzebub, because you're a pussy of a character. So he's like, oh, it could have been anybody. No, you wouldn't have gotten away with it had it been anybody. You would have been killed, and you know it, because you ain't that... I'm guessing that Beelzebub, not that powerful. I'm guessing that he's going to be all about his tech and his experimentations and all that stuff. He's going to have the mind, the crazy, but he's actually not going to be physically imposing, and he can't actually take on other gods. That's what I'm going to assume. So here we go. Page 33. And guys, normally I check the chat. Alright, yeah, let's do that. Let's check the chat. Let's check the chat really quick. Let's check the chat. And thank you for 9 likes, everybody. Thank you for 9 likes. So just catch up with the chat because I don't want to have to do this after, after I read the whole chapter if this keeps going. So, all right. So where were we? Where were we? Let's see. Vib said, just imagine Ibisu shooting Poseidon in the head with the fish gun. That would have been hilarious. Nathaniel says, yes, we are thinking about the same Ibisu. I thought so, and I'm like, wait, what? Lupus says, I am too powerful for Koji. It's fine. I believe it. Koji, sorry, you haven't done your training arc yet, Koji. Oh, thanks for 10 likes. We got double digit, people. Thank you very much. 10 likes on this. And we will be jumping back to the chapter once I get after this. But yeah, Koji, you need your training arc, my friend. You need your training arc first, then we can talk. Nathaniel says, talking, I don't know. Koji said, Lupus, all I can do is beg for my life, so I might as well give up. Nathaniel said, did Griever just call Beelzebub a twink? I said Twinkie, but sure. Call him a twink, I don't care. Roy, right? I always forget Theodore's name. Nita Theodore. I always forget his name. I believe it's Roy. I'm apologizing if I call you Roy. Sorry. I'm going to call you Roy because I think that's what you told me. Says, hello. Hello, Roy. Koji said, just drinking water. Nathaniel says, yeah, this design is just okay in my opinion. Yeah, like there's nothing too special about it really. And I personally really fucking hate it. 11 likes and 8 viewers. What's happening here? This is awesome. Koji said, also known as, wait, I haven't noticed he has an ear bitten off. Beelzebub, by the way. Yeah, it looked more like an elf ear or something, but it's like he tore a part of it off or something like that. Looks like a James Bond villain or something, you know? Nathaniel says Hajun Mara. Oh, that his full name? Is that the deal? Okay. Koji said, Griever, keep reading. You will notice something interesting. Okay. Lupus said, new prototype game when? No idea. Nathaniel says the same. Miss said, they explained it last chapter. Buddha basically sees the intentions of the soul to predict when someone does, but Hajuna essentially has to... Right. Like, he can predict it because he sees light, but if he's blind, he can't do it. You know, like blinded, like by darkness. It's pure darkness. There is no light because there is no soul. So that was the idea, yeah. Nathaniel said, also the bunny on Buddha's vest or whatever has an eye patch on his left eye. Oh, nice. Prediction. That's cool. I did not notice that. That's cool. Thanks, Nathaniel. I appreciate that. You probably noticed that, though. I didn't, actually. So thank you for that. I would have mentioned it had I noticed it. That's cool. That's good. That's foreshadowing. I don't think anybody thought about that when we first got introduced to Buddha. Everybody just didn't like his design initially. Miss Khan said, seemed like Hajun may be one of the oldest characters in the series. Potentially, yeah. MC Dude said, Hajun must be old as fuck. Like, once again, this is before Hades took over Helheim, but that doesn't mean Hades wasn't around. It's just that he wasn't in control of Helheim at the time, right? So, we don't know exactly how old everybody is, but yeah, Hajun is definitely one of the more older things, because if even Hades thought it was a fairy tale, then quite old. Koji said, I actually love how Hades plays an essential role in explaining who was Hajun and how he could understanding better. Yeah, because we've all been wondering where is Hades. Now we get Hades. He's a boss-ass bitch. And he's amazing. Nathaniel said, I don't know what that word is either. Nathaniel said, poor Zero Fuku. Yes, poor Zero. Looks cooler with the horns, though. I mean, fair enough, but if the horns did that, nah. Koji said maybe he ran out of energy at the moment. MC Dude said God on God violence. Yeah, I hate to see it. MC Dude said Poseidon would be proud. Exactly. Poseidon would be proud. That should tell you boys everything. Koji said, like, he had a certain lifespan or was supposed to die in that certain lifespan until Beelzebub came and experimented with it. I don't know. That's what I mean. We need that information. Jay Warrior's in here. Hello, Jay Warrior. Says, in another translation, it implies that there were other kings of hell before Hades. We don't trust other translations, unfortunately, because some of them are very wrong. So if there was more kings of hell before Hades, I assume there was as well, but it hasn't been stated here. So Miss Content says, I mean, he's Beelzebub. He's supposed to be super evil, so it isn't particularly shocking. Not in that way, but the fact that, like, Hades, like, right now, all the gods are technically evil. We knew that from the beginning of the series. They're technically evil, right? Because they're our enemies, they're our antagonists. Some of them are more evil than others. Beelzebub, like, I don't know. I just didn't expect him to go this route with it. This route is not the route I wanted. That's all I'm saying. Koji said Poseidon is just a true neutral. He wouldn't give a damn. Poseidon is actually evil. Poseidon's evil. Nathaniel laughs. Jay Warrior said, I think Anubis was a king of hell before Hades, or is meant to take over after Hades, depending on the translation, like I said. Once again, the translations, we don't try to read the other ones because they're not reliable. But if that's the case, we'll know more when we get introduced to Anubis, right? Anubis will be like, the first king of Helheim. Maybe. Who knows? Koji said, I would be a bit surprised and think it's a cosplayer until he or she starts being narcissistic or emo. Yeah, well, nowadays you'd think it was a cosplayer. 10 years ago, you would not, unless you're in San Diego, you wouldn't think that in North Canada, just saying. You'd think, oh my god, this dude probably has like 3 switchblade knives and thinks he's all that. One said, Anubis is just the guy that guides people to the afterlife. He is not the ruler of hell, etc. Once again, this is Ragnarok, though. They can take it any way they want, right? Vib said, got myself a coffee, but now I'm minutes behind. It's all good, Vib, because you're probably catching up now. Koji said, drink a bottle of vodka each time it's mentioned divine retribution. Drink a whole bottle of vodka? Even the Russians would have a hard time with that. One says, just like Thanatos, basically. Yeah, sure. 1 per divine retribution. 1 bottle? Jesus. Nathaniel says, serves Buddha right. Wow. Okay. Jay Warrior said, it said last chapter that the drill that broke Buddha's shield was Hajun's strongest attack and weapon, not the axe. But I still mean that he's playing with them. Because you don't see, like, the one time Buddha got a hit on him, he started laughing at him. He was like, I'm just hacking away at you and stuff. So yeah, it might have been his strongest attack. Maybe he can fire them off repeatedly. But what I'm saying is, Hajun doesn't seem to be like he's trying. Because if he was trying, why couldn't he just use that ultimate attack again? Then the sword wouldn't block it. He's having fun, is my point. Nathaniel said, oh, the predictions. Yeah, we need our predictions, don't we? Miss Condit says, I don't remember it saying that. Hajun was just trying to see what would happen when he used more power. Yeah, I don't remember that either. Jay Warrior, are you sure you're reading the Arlang scan? Is that how you said? Arlang scan translations? Because those are the best ones. Just saying. Not shitting on any translations you read, but they seem to be quite different from ours. And these ones I really truly believe are the most accurate. Koji said, keep reading and you'll find out. Vib said, what was chapter 49 again? The reveal of Beelzebub. Nathaniel said, when Zerafuku transformed into Hajun. Ms. Khan said the winner develops, the loser does not, for the most part. That is true. Koji said Buddha will change internally after this, as for example, a bit more serious and mature of a neutral way. Maybe so, if he wins, says Nathaniel. Key point. Vib said, with the amount of Bell's rants, I gotta ask what you think of Orochimaru. I love Orochimaru. One of the only good things about Naruto is Orochimaru. Once again, this has been done. It's been done to death. It's done. It's over. The big three all had this character. It's not interesting anymore. I'm not impressed nor interested unless they take it a different route. You mix Joker with a scientist. It's been done. Bleach, Naruto, Toriko, fucking One Piece, fucking everything. It's done to death. I'm just sick of it. Kenshin, fucking Shaman King, fucking everything has done, and it's been pulled every single way. It's boring to me now. And plus, way better designs for the mad scientist. Orochimaru, better design. Mayuri Kuretsuchi, better design. Fucking, alright, Shao Tucker's a normal guy, but still, like, normal design, like, better designs with the same character done way before. Like, it's just not interesting to me. And only because, once again, the reason I harp on Beelzebub is only because I expected, like, go watch the Netflix series. It used to be a real series, now it's a Netflix series. Lucifer, that's what he's supposed to be like. He's supposed to be Lucifer Morningstar. That's what I wanted out of Beelzebub. I wanted the suave James Bond character out of Beelzebub. I wanted the Crown Prince of Hell. He's Lucifer, he's Satan, he's all of them. He's Beelzebub, he's Leviathan, he's Mammon, he's all of them all in one thing. He's like, I'm all 7 princes in one. And maybe he's got personality changes or something. There was so much potential for Beelzebub, and to have a character I have read over 200 times in 200 manga, not really that interested anymore. You know what I'm saying? So that's why. Miss Content said, I assume he wanted to test it on Zero Fuku because he was purer than just about any god. Real devilish shit. I mean, that's a better way to look at it. I still think he's just a fucking pussy. Because he said it twice in this chapter. Could have been anyone. I just wanted to see what would happen. Like, he had no one, like, so that's a good defense for him. It works, but according to the chapter, could have been anybody. So, Vib said, by the way, Loki says looks like his left eye's done for. Talk about lame. Right next to Odin. I didn't even, like, I'm missing shit. Nathaniel brought up the Buddha shirt thing, the foreshadowing, and then he says, so lame or something. It would have been nice had they shown a reaction shot of Odin when he said that, then I would have caught on. But yeah, Vib, thanks for that. I missed that. That is cool. Koji said, Odin, we about to have a talk, young man. That's true. One said, we at least know Zeus is older than the universe because the whole watching the Big Bang. Exactly. So that, and Hades is older than him. So, Lupus says, and we also know there are beings older than Zeus. True. Like his brothers. Yep. Lupus says, such as, but not limited to, his brothers and his parents. Lupus said, Anubis was indeed the god of the underworld at one point in myth. How they'll incorporate that in Shuumatsu, who knows? Or maybe they'll leave it alone. Like, once again, people get so pissed. Like, I'm still getting comments on my Shiva discussion video. People are still pissed off about the representation. And I'm like, this is a poetic interpretation. It's fictional. Leave it the fuck alone. If Thor doesn't have a hammer, like, look, Zeus doesn't have a lightning bolt. We haven't seen him throw a single lightning bolt. He used his fists. You know, like, I don't see a bunch of people in Greece fucking losing their shit. You know? It's like, that's the way it is. So, like, this is a fictional interpretation. I'm just enjoying the interpretation. You know? You gotta enjoy it for what it is. We can theorize based on myths, but some of the myths are probably just gonna be under the table, like, maybe the author or mangaka is just not gonna incorporate them. Some things will be incorporated, some things won't. Right? So, I definitely like the thought process, the theorizing going on here between One and Lupus right now. But I'm just saying at the same time, it might happen, it might not. So don't be disappointed if, you know, like, once again, I thought the surgeon idea of Jack the Ripper was a good idea. It didn't happen, but Jack is still a good character. It's just highly popularized that Jack the Ripper had surgical skills of some measure. So I thought a doctor, blah, blah, blah. That was my thing, right? But it is what it is. Lupus says it's just his role as such was later replaced by Osiris. That is true. One said Titans, primordials, etc. Yeah, at least for Greek mythos, that's true. Vib said he probably found the malicious translations. Oh, God. One said, to be fair, he did say that he would not use anything other than fist. Right, but what I'm saying is at the end of the day, we didn't see him with a lightning bolt, and I haven't seen on Reddit a bunch of Greek people going, that's wrong! You know? Had Poseidon not used his trident, where's Hades' helmet? I don't see anybody losing their minds because Hades isn't wearing his fucking helmet. You know? It's an interpretation. Let's just enjoy. But anyway, we finally caught up with the chat. Thank God. I think we did anyways. So let's go back to the chapter. It'll be funny if there's only 2 pages left. So Buddha pissed off. I love the tension. I love that moment. And I'm sorry for yelling, guys. I hope you weren't scared. I was pulling a Buddha moment when I yelled the shut up. The second time, I should say. Because I did actually yell that. If I had a neighbor outside the window, they'd be like, what did we do? Who's he yelling at? But yeah. Because you got to get into the character. You got to get into the headspace, the moment. So, anyways. Alrighty. So, we're seeing Buddha's staff twirl, 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 twirl. The 6th realm staff transforms in accordance with Buddha's emotions. Now he's pissed. This is the 5th realm. I thought we saw all the realms. We saw them. Oh, no, there was another realm. 5th realm, Preta realm. The Preta realm. Preta. However, the emotion at the front of Buddha's mind in this instance was one thought to have been rejected long ago as poison, malice, hate. So, it's the 5th realm, but it's going all over the place. So this is, as I said, is this going to be the 7th realm? Hatred. There we go. Boom. Oh, what? Holy canon. Thus, the 6th realm staff changed into a form which even Buddha had never seen. Look at that. It's like some Japanese fire looking shit. Black flames, an evil dragon's face on the staff. Oh, it's like the Chinese lion head or something. Salaclaws. Scythe of the wild god. Called Salaclaws? Salacaws. Sure. Either way, badass. Looking pretty fierce. Looking pretty badass. What is this crazy head going to do? Is it just going to breathe fire at his ass? That'd be cool. But look at the scythe though. Look at the scythe of it. That's like Darksiders 2 scythe level. That's some big fucking scythe. So boom, and the chapter's still not over. Boom, and look at the ferocity. Look at how angry. Look at the teeth. Look at Buddha's anger coming in as an aura. Odin looking on, still not impressed for some reason. Odin was only ever shocked once in this series. And then Loki, what the holy shit? I mean, that's a good reaction, Loki. At least Loki had a good reaction. Such an eerie form. What the hell, says Ares. Everyone is looking on. Not exactly a fitting weapon for Buddha, says Hermes. Zeus is enjoying it. Ho ho. And Hades. Oh ho. So he means to end this in one blow. Hades got the knowledge. Boom. Hajun looks on and says, pitiful. That's pitiful? Jesus. Giving divine retribution to insects like you, as you squirm, trying to fight back against such a supreme being as I. Feels so unbelievably refreshing. Buddha's eyes, man. Well, his one eye. Actually, I'd count the bleeding eye because, yeah. He's got no time for this shit. Charges in. Hajun charges first. Comes at him. Buddha, go. Karma destroying Samsara scythe. Boom, coming down. Too slow. Push, push, push. It's pushing him. It's not cutting through him, but it's pushing him. What? And he's still being pushed. He's still being pressured. Hajun does not understand. Hajun does not understand. Boom, and he's still being pushed. Slam. Boom. He couldn't stop it. So he dodged it. He did dodge it. And Brunhild says it. He dodged it. And Goal says, it's all over. Divine retribution, he says. But then, again. Boom. I knew it. I knew it. I said the mouth would like breathe flames or hyper beam or something. So, hit him. Missed with the scythe. Again. Now all the power's in the mouth. Karma destroying Samsara cycle. Eternal. Oh, it's not breathing it for that. He swung it, and now he's spinning all around because it's making his body go whoop, like a. Oh, that is cool. That is cool. I didn't think about that. That's pretty badass. That is pretty badass. Not gonna lie. I like that. Do you guys like that? Because I like that. That's really cool. This is a pretty damn good chapter, I gotta say. All things considered. Beelzebub sucks, but we already knew that going in. That's what made chapter 49 so terrible. Well, amongst other things. But yeah, here we go. Eternal. Hajun looking shocked. Boom. Blood. Is his head fucking just like... Let's see. Oh, he blocked it. He blocked it with his arm. It's halfway through his arm, or a good chunk into his arm, but he managed to block it because he was scared. Let's see. Oh, Buddha! Oh, Buddha took the hit to the gut, straight into the gut. He managed to block the scythe. Shock, shock, shock. Okita, we're seeing Okita again. Buddha. Everybody looking shocked. Ares, except for Hades. Zeus, Hermes, Loki, just like, what? I'm not sure, like, I still think Buddha has to win, but maybe he'll die in the process. Let's see. Was this, once again, because remember my theory, guys. Remember my theory is that Buddha dies to save Zerofuka from Hajun. Traps Hajun in some eternal, like Dormammu, I've come to make a bargain. Dormammu, I've come to make a bargain. That kind of thing, like a time loop or an endless prison or endless hell. He's like, you will battle with my soul. We'll be the new, like, yin-yang, and we will fight eternally forever. But you will never, once again, have a physical form, and neither shall I. Is like, I've always thought that Buddha, potentially at this point, now he has to sacrifice himself to save Zero. That's going to be the thing. Zero's going to live, and Hajun and Buddha are both going to die. That's been my theory, roughly, something along those lines, for well, now a couple of months. So let's just see what happens here, because I don't see Hajun winning. I just don't see it. He's too much of the obvious, evil, big, bad gladiator demon. You know what I mean? Like, it's just too obvious, you know? Well, have you any final words? Let's see. Is he going to say divine retribution and then kill him or something? Let's see. Oh, he's coughing up blood. Huff, huff, huff. And then, I don't know what this is going past his face, but he's smiling. Oh, Buddha's got something in him. Then let me repeat myself again. Oh. He's clenching the staff. He's putting his foot forward. He's driving himself deeper, his bloody foot, he's driving deeper into the wound, into the axe hand, into the halberd arm. So he can, what is he going to do? Is he going to... If the gods won't save them, I will. Oh, that's pretty badass. Brunhilde in goal. Humanity all shocked. All the Buddhists really shocked. Buddha driving himself further and deeper. Hajun just shocked. Why you? He's breathing. And if any god gets in my way, I'll kill them. There's no next chapter. That's the... Oh, really? Really? We don't see, like... Oh, really? Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. What a way to end the chapter, though. What a way to end the chapter. But... Okay, yeah. So, wow. Yeah, okay. So... Whew. Now that's a chapter, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you one thing right now. That's a damn good chapter. Let's check the chat. I assume you guys all like the chapter. I really like the chapter. I think it was really well done. But yeah. Koji says 3 humiliations in a row and still no madness. Coach said they are truly mature. Vib said Prita is Sanskrit for phantoms. Okay. Lib says hungry ghost. Fair enough. Vib said salakayas. Salakayas. Okay. The Y is pretty bad in that font. Fair enough. I thought it was a U. Koji says hungry shady dragon boy. Vib's message retracted. Koji said, oh my. Okay, well, first and foremost, thank you very much, everyone who's been part of the stream, and thank you very much for 12 likes. That's really fucking cool. But I guess that's the chapter. A very good chapter, might I add. A very good chapter. Regardless of the Beelzebub tomfoolery that took place. All that does, you know what, the way I'm going to look at it is from now on, Beelzebub was a plot device for Zero Fuku's character development. Not a good character, but a good plot device. That's the way I'm going to look at it. You guys can argue about that later. So, what do we think of the chapter? What do we think about this? I think it's really, really good. I still think that Buddha, I still don't see Hajun winning. I could have seen Zero Fuku winning. I can't see Hajun winning. The only way I see Buddha losing is Buddha loses, but he takes Hajun with him. I see a tie, and Zero Fuku comes out of Hajun's body. That's what I see. And also, what is the next chapter going to entail? Because assuming that this is like, it looks like we're at the end of the fight. So next chapter will probably be the end. So either chapter 52 or chapter 53 is going to showcase who's going to go confront Beelzebub. It's going to be Hades, Hermes, Brunhilde, Buddha. Oh, Buddha lives. And then he goes after Beelzebub. Ho, 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 ho. Now there. And he'll be injured and he won't be able to do it. And Beelzebub will be like, you're still injured from your fight. It's my time to take you on. And then we get another moment with like Sasaki and Jack the Ripper and stuff all going like, ching. We don't. And Okita. Like they all just show up and like, we don't think so. Back away. And then they take Buddha back to the, the healing tanks or whatever they're doing. Yeah. Because it would be so good. Because Buddha has impressed a lot of people. I remember when a lot of people hated Buddha's initial design. I wasn't a huge fan of how over the top it was, but I didn't think it was a bad design. I was like, okay, whoa. I was shocked like everybody, and I thought it was a little much. But some people outright hated Buddha's design. Everyone said, this is crap, this is crap. I know 2 people that dropped the series when they saw Buddha's design. That's how much people hated his design. And now everybody loves Buddha. So I wonder where those naysayers are. I really, really do. Like, I don't think I'm going to go back on my words about Beelzebub. Maybe he becomes a great character. If he does, I'll give him the praise for it. But I don't see Beelzebub doing that. I really don't. So, Ms. Content says, I think we end next month on a double chapter. Oh, that would be a sweet end of September. Listen, my wife's birthday is in September. My mother's birthday is in September. My mother-in-law's, no, my grandmother-in-law's birthday is in September. My friend's birthday is in September. There's a lot of September near the end. So if we just do a bunch of birthdays and then fucking a double chapter of Shuumatsu no Valkyrie, it's like, now there's a fucking month. There's a month for you, you know? Because Misk agrees with me, saying this definitely feels like the type of scene we get right before the finale. I think so too. I don't think they're going to stretch this fight. Next chapter might just be all fight, no lore, none of all the stuff I'm predicting here. But the following chapter could be. But I think chapter 52, end of fight. I can't see it any other way, and I am sort of glad for that. Hajun's design, very cool. Plot-wise, not so happy with how the whole round turned out. You guys know this. But if it had to go down this way, at least it went down well. It was done properly. It was done with a bang. So I'm glad they're wrapping it up. If they stretch this out any longer, I'm going to be annoyed, realistically. Like, I don't want to go into a chapter in October and fucking still be dealing with the Buddha fucking Hajun shit. I don't want to be dealing with it. Lore-wise, sure. But I want the round over. J Warrior said, Buddha a Chad. Absolutely. You love Zero? You're a Chad. Because you're like Buddha. MC Dude said, I would not be against more action outside of the tournament fights. Exactly. That kind of shit is what I'm talking about. Jack was involved. We had already Sasuke involved. Now we could have something like Buddha bangs on the door, rips the doors open or something, still bleeding and bloodied, walking towards Beelzebub. Beelzebub, really? In this state, you think he can fight me? And Buddha ends up, like, maybe Beelzebub gets an upper hand, and that's when the other human contenders, once again, like, ting, Okita and Sasuke both show up, and they stop, and Jack just, my. And this would be awesome. Because Beelzebub's supposed to be so refined. Jack sits back, like, after all this happens, Beelzebub's shocked by being blocked. And then you see Jack just sitting in the chair that he was doing, sipping the same, like, fucking shit, going, it's not as good as Earl Grey. You know what I mean? Or something like that. Or something. But I would remind you, gentlemen, to behave, or something like that. And we just have, like, them all on the same side. I would like that, because Jack had character development. Buddha's now had character development. Fucking, this would be good to have a common enemy beyond the fights, which Beelzebub is still included in the fights, but still, that would be so awesome. I would like that. I really would. So MC Dude's right. I'd like the action outside of the fights. Koji said, Hajun trying to unchad his Chad, but he is such a Chad to be unchaded. Unchaded. Yeah, that works. Vib said, never been one to make much of birthdays, but glad you're going to have an exciting month. I mean, we don't make a huge deal out of birthdays, realistically, but, like, it's always an excuse to get drunk and party, right? Especially the like, here in Nova Scotia, where the sun is usually still, we can have, a nice hot September, too. So, you get a barbecue together, you just make, birthdays are an excuse to get everybody together, get drunk, and have good food, right? That's the main thing. That's what a birthday is for, right? Like, my birthday is New Year's Day. So, as a result, I've never had a quiet birthday in all my fucking life. So, you don't make much out of the birthday itself. You don't make much about the age. But what you do is have a great fucking time, right? Some people, birthday is just another day. Not in this family. We do shit. Or maybe the day itself, but the weekend of, right? Like, if your birthday's on a Wednesday, that Saturday is your birthday party, You already had your birthday, everybody was working, yada, 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 but you move it to the hot weekend, you have a barbecue, or you have, like, great food, or you go out to eat at a nice restaurant or something, you go downtown, you do shit, right? It's an excuse to do shit. And thank you guys so much for 12 likes. Really appreciate it. Jay Warrior said as long as the action doesn't show up in the middle of a round like it did in the Shiva round. I don't actually mind that because that was one of the most boring rounds. I did not... Round 5's probably my least... Yeah. Round 5 to me is the worst round. They're all good in their own way, but round 5 is the weakest. Round 5's the weakest. And honestly, hot take here, round 3 is then the second weakest for me. A lot of people love round 3. And don't get me wrong, I love Sasaki, but I didn't like Poseidon. See, the difference is, when you go into a round and you like both combatants, then it becomes interesting. For me personally, didn't really like Poseidon. Never really did. So, like, it's like the Beelzebub round. It will be nice to see him get his shit kicked, and that's about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be super... Well, maybe it'll be a hype fight. I don't know yet. But, like, yeah. Round 5 is the weakest. And then I like round 1, 2, and 4. And this is round 6. Round 6, I don't know where I would rank round 6 yet since it's not over. And it feels like 2 separate fights, you know what I mean? Round 6 realistically feels like 2 totally different fights, like 2 separate rounds. So I don't really know how to rank that one yet. We'll have to wait and see. Vib said, you're from NS. Yes, I am. I'd make a joke if I remember that one derogatory word I heard other Canadians call people there. A derogatory word for us. Is there a derogatory word for us? Atlantic Canadians is what we're called. What else are we called? Like, we don't have something like fish lovers or bootlickers or... What's the derogatory word for Nova Scotians? I gotta look that up. Is there a derogatory word for Nova Scotians? Derogatory word for Nova Scotians. I'm curious now. A blue noser? Is that it? I've never heard anybody call anybody a blue noser because, you know, we had the blue nose the ship. But are we blue noser? I got Haligonian, Blue Noser, Cape Bretoner, which I'm not from Cape Breton. That's a whole nother kettle of fish. An Acadian. I didn't know there. Do we have a derogatory word for us? Is Blue Noser even a derogatory term? I have no idea. Bib said, oh wait, I looked it up and it's not for NS. I remember Newfie for Newfoundland and Labrador. Yes, Newfoundland and Labrador. Newfie is not actually a derogatory term though. So, but once again, they can't fucking speak English. So they wouldn't know if it was derogatory anyway. They can't speak it. I'm sure they can't understand it either. Newfoundlanders are basically the Hicks of Canada. They are the Hicks. Yeah. Newfoundlanders. Oy vey. Oy vey, I say about Newfoundlanders. Hey, boy. Come down for the pier and a bank, boy. But yeah, they got a lot of words. Like, they don't know what the number 3 is. Because they call it a tree. They don't know what sneakers are. They call them runners. There's a lot of things like that. Anyways, yeah. No, I'm not a Newfoundlander. Thank fucking Christ. Jay Warrior, though some of the nicest people you'll meet are from Newfoundland. So, if you can understand what they're saying, they're very nice. If you don't understand what they're saying, you just nod your head and smile. Jay Warrior said, you think we'll see Lucifer or God? Maybe eventually we'll see God. I don't think we're going to see Lucifer anymore because we have Beelzebub to sort of fill that stead, I guess. And if Hades is the leader of Helheim, for what purpose would we ever end up seeing Satan or the devil or whatever? You know what I mean? Potentially later, but because we have had Christian, like, biblical characters, I don't know. I really don't know. Vib said, sounds like the Scotland of Canada. Is that what Scotland's considered? I don't mind Scotland. I like Scottish people. Technically, my grandfather's Scottish. United Kingdom-ish. Whatever. But yeah. I don't think there's anything more to discuss, guys. I said all my pieces during the chapter. I really like the chapter. I'd love to stay in chat, but I do have a dinner to make. I don't think I've even eaten today. Have I eaten today? So drinking beer on an empty stomach, not a good idea. Went to work. Did I eat before I went to work? Anyways. All right. Point is that I definitely need to go and get some supper ready and yada, yada, yada. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm glad. I hope you guys enjoyed, especially with 12 likes. I imagine you guys did enjoy the stream. And I'm looking so forward. I can't stand monthlies. I really can't. It's like, you're on the edge of your seat. You're waiting so long. Like, I can't wait. I really want Chapter 52 to come out, like, next week. You know what I mean? But hopefully, Chapter 52, if Misk is correct, a double chapter of 52-53. Oh, yeah, baby. That would be amazing. I might even do 2 separate streams if that's the case, even if it's released as a double, because Demi sometimes chooses, doesn't do this purposely, but just translates the first chapter, does the first chapter, and then moves on to the next one. So they usually end up being a day apart anyways. So there's already that. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Like, comment, and subscribe. Drink responsibly. Yada, yada, yada. And we'll see you guys back here again next time for Chapter 52. Probably sometime the end of September, I'm assuming. So that'd be really cool. Last 2 words in the chat is Vib saying, all right, have fun. You too, Vib. Thanks for stopping by. And Jay Warrior saying, can't wait to see Beelzebub go to the fight. And Lucifer comes up and says, sit down, I got this. I'm waiting for Hades to do that. Because Hades is the ruler. Beelzebub just a bitch. So Hades is going to be like, all right, sit down, pup. Or Lucifer. I don't care who does it, but I want a Zeus Shiva moment with Beelzebub. It's my turn now. That's what I want to see with Beelzebub. But anyways, so like, comment, subscribe. I already plug. Plug to everybody. Miss Contest is going to be starting a stream in about an hour or something, or half an hour or something like that. So go check that out. Go tune into that. And we'll see you guys back here next time. All right. Bye.